thick clouds. Almost, I mean, you don't see anything. It's totally covered, gray sky. There was probably a bit of the internet problem. Although here we stream so many times, the internet usually is perfect here. But anyway, now we finally got the connection, and let's start.
Let us in. Hello, hello, whoever are joining. Welcome to Milan. And so, if you are very first time with us, my name is Evia, and next to me is my gorgeous, amazing husband, Andrea. And we are actually from Milan. So, Milan is our city. And time by time, we are actually showing it also on the Hego. If we are not somewhere outside, like yesterday we was in the Bergamo Festival of Lights. I hope you enjoyed. I see some nice reviews and the photos. So,
Thank you so much.
so what we will do today, we will walk from probably two of most renowned places in Milan. So evening stroll from the Sforza Castle to the Duomo Cathedral. It's rainy. If you noticed a bit, so I don't know how long in the end will be our stream. Of course, if it one moment will start pouring rain, of course we will need to stop. Otherwise, you know us, so we go on. It's not so easy to stop us.
But you know what? Usually with the rain comes out, a bit unusual photography with a bit of the reflection.
Reflections. Well, because of course everybody right now is trying to be inside, not outside. Thank you so much, Beverly.
Thank you, Beverly.
And Janine is coming in April. Actually, April I think will be very nice. Will be warmer, green, blooming. Maybe rainy at some time, but it's. Yeah, I like April in Milan in general.
Yes, I would say that in the past, April was famous in Milan to be a very rainy month. But for instance, last year we suffered so much the rain that there wasn't any drop almost. And in fact, Milan was particularly dry, and also the rest of Italy. So we are here today to
Hello,
take
Grace.
some good postcards of the castle illuminated. Plus, since it's still, these golden hours, so you can get these golden pictures. And hello, Grace.
Bright pictures. So if you are very first time with us, our walks usually are interactive. So if you have any sort of questions, or if you want that we zoom in something or we show you something closer, just ask. On the other side, if you don't like that the chat is kind of moving, you can always switch it off and just have the clean picture. Hello, whoever is joining. Can you turn on map, please? That's the only request that probably we won't, let's say, fulfill, because we discovered that in Italy, if you add the map, it actually sucks the internet, so it gives more pixelated images and so on and so on. So we decided to. Let's say abandon anything that can interrupt the stream quality. So that's
Unfortunately, the geolocalization is absorbing bandwidth, and we give the priority to the stream, of course. And anyway, very easy today for the geolocalization, since we will be walking from the city castle straight to the Duomo Cathedral.
So Milan, Italy.
So we are Milan, Italy, very central, and the road somehow is straight. So from the castle straight to the Duomo. So we don't do any particular tour today. I mean, that with the map you will see, more. Understanding more. It's the Duomo Cathedral and the castle, and we are walking
or upside
straight.
down, the castle and the Duomo.
So we are not zigzagging. They are still doing some works here. This square, for a long time has been under refurbishment. They keep doing pieces here and there.
And exactly, if you want to know the names, just ask. I will try to type it in the chat, or if there is written, we will show you. So that's our decision in order to have as much as internet possible from our side. And so, hello, whoever joined. Hello, Ursula. Ursula, thank you so much for awesome pictures of yesterday. Actually, your pictures are better than mine from my phone, the night ones.
Thank you, Ursula, and thank you again for all the beautiful comments, also in the Facebook. I mean, I will dedicate more time also to reply to many comments, still the wishes, birthday wishes, and everything. So we just need a bit of the time because we've been also going a bit here and there around north of Italy these days. Anyway, thank you to all for all your beautiful comments.
And whoever is joining, we are just starting, so was a bit of the chitty chat for the beginning. And where we are right now, we are next to the city castle of Milan. So it's called Castello Sforzesco or Sforza Castle. So what we are looking right now is the 15th century castle that is actually built on the 14th century castle. And even that castle, the 14th century castle, was built on even more older fortification. So, but the structure right now is related to the 15th century, and the main tower right in the middle, that is usually very beautiful in the pictures, is called Filarete Tower, and this tower actually has a pretty interesting story because what you are seeing right now is probably the youngest addition to this castle, because in the very beginning of 16th century in this tower, so Filarete Tower actually was held the explosives, and accidents happen, and the tower blown up, totally destroyed in the beginning of the 16th century. Then in the very beginning of the 20th century, this tower has been rebuilt, so somehow rebuilt from the scratch. So what we are seeing right now is actually built on 905.
So now we will read the chat because we see comments.
Yes, I will now switch on my phone.
1 second, guys. And before here inside the courtyard, trust me that we came here so many times and there was no internet. So we try again because outside we managed to get the internet, and probably because today is very cloudy. I don't know, but let's give a try. It seems perfect now. So
What's
maybe.
the name of the castle? Castello Sforzesco. Now, if we will try to find some name, we will show closer Sforza Castle. I will write now in the chat also, and
Avia
then
will
I will
write it
read the
in the
chat
chat.
also.
Yes. Because me, I'm holding with one hand the umbrella, the other one. It's not a heavy rain, but of course we are, with the camera phone and the gimbal, we don't want that it gets wet. So now Evia took out the second phone and she will try to write in the chat and also reply to all the questions and comments.
Oh, Ronnie, thank you for because I'm reading just now the chat because I couldn't read from Andrea's side because he has also the umbrella. Thank you all for all the comments. Thank you, Ronnie, for the links. And yes, Sforza. And what means Sforza? So Sforza is the name of the ruling family at that time. So we are talking about the 15th, 16th century. Although on the 14th century there was another very powerful family, Visconti family, that is still this Visconti name. Pretty often you can notice in Milan. So two very renowned families, Visconti, previous, and then Sforza. So if we are talking about the 15th century, in fact, before here was the Visconti castle. So if we're talking of 14th century, then when to the power came the Sforza, he rebuilt this castle, and now is the perfect pictures. I think the best ever we came because of the lights, and I need to say the rain is giving this extra atmosphere.
Yes, and plus the sky also because it's still not dark, very dark, so it comes out to this gold and blue color. And we will kind of go a bit around, showing also some, emblems and relics that they found here inside the castle. Just to say that here you can find also museums inside the castle. And there are different ones. There is also one that is holding the last work by Michelangelo. And
And does anyone live here? No, of course. Today, no, actually, no. They live. The cats live here because there
Cats.
is one of the biggest stray cat colony in Milan. They're almost like a royal cats, stray but royal cat colony. So the cats live here. They are well taken care. But if we are talking about the people, no, not living. In the past, it was really used for this sorts of family and also for the military uses. But in the 19th century, they stopped the castle used as the military object and in fact transformed nowadays to a museums. So it's totally museums.
So now I think it's not dripping anymore. Yeah, take it off. Okay,
I
so
will read the
now I
chat,
will
sorry,
try,
because
sorry
I have
guys, to walk towards one corner so you can take the full picture of the Filaretti Tower. So I'm just getting towards the end because, you know, it's pretty big and the Filaretti is also very tall tower. And here you can take it in full, the picture. 1 second.
So what you are looking right now, as I said, is the Filaretti Tower. So in the beginning of the 16th century, because the explosives, that was the place where they was kind of storing the explosives, they blown up and the tower totally disappeared. Only in 905 it was restored. And actually the design to restore this tower, they took from another Sforza castle in the Vigevano. Vigevano is the town nearby Milan. We have been there. And they added also some details that before there wasn't. So later on we will see. So it's some statues.
So here, this particular, because someone is asking if there are crypts. Somehow these are kind of passages, you know, because from here you could probably escape from the castle, or there were, you know, some passages, I would say. And here there is a cat because it's full of the cats. And now we will try to catch one. So you see that there is a cat there.
Surely he's not amused today because it's raining.
Raining,
And
not
I
happy.
imagine that at this time, maybe also the volunteers that are feeding them, they might come. That's why he's waiting. So the cats, they are all there down
Down
and
usually.
actually they're pretty safe. So nobody can touch them. So they feel pretty free to browse around. Who pays to keep up the castle? So the castle is right now the property of the state, and actually there are lots of museums that you need to pay, and so I don't think that they have such a problems with the money.
Yes, yes. I mean, the council, the local council, is taking care of the castle. Actually, is used many times also
For
for
the events.
events, because here, especially during the summertime, they do. I mean, spring, summer, they do markets, and then they do also concerts. Sometimes the concerts and the markets are, of course, open to the public, especially the markets. But then the concerts, sometimes they could be also that you pay the ticket. They do classical music concerts. Look, there is also the pigeon on the head of the statue.
So answering who is living in the castle, cats and the pigeons. That's if we are. And if you are asking me about all these details that you are seeing here, the Milan in general has a pretty interesting history because the city is more than 2,600 years old, and of course during the centuries there have been different changes, different works, and whatever historical in the Milan has been found 18, 19, and especially 20th century. Sometimes some pieces they end up here in the courtyards of the city castle or in the museums. All this castle now is used as various museums. So let's say, now outside you can see even some facades of the 14th, 15th century buildings that is nothing to do with the castle here. They have been just moved here because the buildings have been destroyed of various reasons, and they moved the pieces that they found or, didn't have the place, they moved here.
So what you see is one of the emblems, symbol of Milan, the cross together. Hello, Shelley, Montana. Hello, Barbara. Hello to everyone that just joined now. We just started our walk. And hello, Shelley. How are you today? So this is part of the Milan, symbol, the cross. There is also the snake. And yes, these are relics also that they found here and there in
No,
the
no, no,
castle.
everywhere in Milan. These ones are from around the Milan.
Also in the Milan, yes, there is a mix of. So you can see here, before someone was asking if it was a crypt, you see that here and there are smaller and bigger passages to get out of the castle, because now we take one. So there are gates. So
But
now
talking about the crypts and secret passages, actually the Milan city castle, because it's pretty old, so we are talking about 14th, 15th century, there are a lot of secret tunnels that are actually leading to various other places. And it's said also one is going towards one of the most famous churches, a part of the Duomo, the Santa Maria della Grazia. So there is kind of rumors that there is the secret passages where the dukes in the past, they could either escape or run away or go. Some of them they are found, and actually the castle itself, they are doing the night guided tours. Some of them, it's said it's still to be discovered.
yes. Yeah, so it's not, I mean, they do these visits, you need to book it, and they do the underground passages. So these are pieces that they found in the city.
Yes, because first,
Very creepy.
yes.
But I hope they're good for your photos.
Today is
It
perfect
started raining again.
postcard walk. Although we was very scared because the weather is not at its best, but the postcards comes out good. So there is always the bright side of everything.
Yes, yes, with the rain come out, totally different vibe postcards. And here I wanted to show you another of the symbol of Milan, originally taken by the Visconti, and then it went on up to the nowadays. It's still the symbol of our city, the snake. So I will show it to you here. There are many around now. I just got one that is probably not the best, but just because we were talking about that. So you see that the snake is so typical of our city, Milan. So this one is left there in the corner, but there will be others that we might show later.
So meanwhile, hello whoever joined. Welcome to Milan.
Open the umbrella again, Ada,
Our
please.
evening walk, evening stroll. We are starting with the city castle, Castello Sforzesco.
Okay, I hold it. So we keep kind of going on, and here there is some more, old, probably how it was in the past, for sure. Yeah.
So I hope you will enjoy our evening walk, and I hope that it won't start very heavy rain.
Very
Now is
quiet today because again Sunday, bad weather. In Milan, the last few days was getting pretty hot, and all of a sudden, I mean, hot considering that we are still in February, and usually, February is pretty cold month for Milan, and today the cold arrived sudden. There was a drop of 15 degrees almost. And actually, this morning was very, very windy. Now, at least there's no windy, and the rain also calmed down a bit, but it's still drizzling.
Meanwhile, I hope the image is clear on your side. If you can please confirm that you are still seeing us and hearing us okay. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Because on my side, I see no. Okay, thank you.
Maybe there is some water on the camera. I will try to dry. Let me see.
No, I think it's mine, not yours.
Ah, it's yours. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, because it's the water. Sorry for the. I know it's dizzy. Now it's worse.
No, 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 because maybe it might be some drop of water on the lens.
Sweden is laughing. 15 degrees, so cold.
No. Okay, no, today the is better, but this morning was very, very chilly, windy.
So what you are seeing now is one of four towers because the castle itself has a square shape with two courtyards, and there are two square towers and two round towers. So the round towers in the past they was used also as the prisons and also the water towers. Right now they are part of the museum. In one of them there is also the library inside. So a part of the museums there is also the library here. Meanwhile, hello, whoever is joining. We are just starting, so we are in the Castello Sforzesco, Sforza Castle, and another interesting story of the Milan in general, and of course also the castle, is the Leonardo da Vinci. So Leonardo da Vinci was living in Milan 12 years. He was the part of the Sforza court, and he designed one of the rooms here inside the Sforza Castle. Actually, he decorated it with the paintings of the trees. So one of the rooms, it looks like a forest. And what the people of the castle did a few years ago, they actually seeded some trees outside here in the courtyard to recreate the painting of Leonardo da Vinci as the real thing. So of course now they don't look so green, but as soon as the spring will come, I think it will be in a few weeks already. So these trees will become all green, and they somehow they will copy exactly the size of the room, one of these rooms in the castle, but like the real life prototype. So actually they're also growing bigger, these trees. So every year it's getting more and more interesting.
We will try to access also the second courtyard because once more before, when we arrived, there was no internet, a bit of the surprise, especially for this place. Not for Italy, because as you know, we encounter, many times lack of internet, but here never before. But today, maybe because it's so cloudy, thick clouds, there is some lack of signal. But let's give a try again. Otherwise, we will go out, run out from the castle, and walk towards the Duomo because we wanted to show you also other
Yes,
courtyard.
I am checking the sign now. The Castello Sforzesco. As soon as we see the sign, we need to take a picture.
Yes, yes, yes.
I think outside there will be the sign. Unfortunately, you need to wait a bit on the other side.
Here there is no sign. No.
So anyway, we wanted to start actually the tour from this side as we usually do, but as Andrea said, we had a bit of the internet problem, so we go a bit up and down.
Let's give a try here.
There will be the names of the museums.
Ah, okay. Yes, the museums inside here. 1 second. There is the armory. So because there are different ones. Armeria means armory. Then degli strumenti musicali, so musical instruments here. of course, they found also so many things inside the castle, and then, of course, collected from some private collection, and they are all displayed here. And then Museo delle Arti Decorative, of the decorative arts, and there are so many also of the furniture, all the furniture inside. And then Museo dell'Arte Antica. Plus, there is the Michelangelo Pietà. Now we will show. That is the last work of Michelangelo. That when you see it, we said already in the past, it doesn't look, because me and Evia went once inside to visit this museum, and then you see the Pietà di Michelangelo. So you see here the statue, that when you look at it, it looks not so good, because again, he was working on this statue when he died. So here there is a bit. Oh, okay, like this, like this. So this is the last work by Michelangelo, unfinished, and that's why it doesn't look so beautiful, I would say, aesthetically. So all these museums are available inside here, the castle. The courtyards are visitable for free. You don't need to pay. And if you go straight down this gate, that is the exit, I would say, of the castle, there is a park. And after the park, there is also an arch, a bit similar to the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. But we won't go there because it's very, very far away. No, now
Okay.
we try to show this part, that we can get a glimpse also of the museums aside of the a beautiful picture that you can take of the cloisters.
Yes, again, so of course, if you want to visit the museums, you need to have the tour guide or buy the ticket and go inside. So we are just entered here as the locals, so strolling our evening walk. All around here, there are several museums. Of course, you need to buy the ticket. Right now, we are in the courtyard.
So this is a glimpse of what you can see in the museum. Plus, you see the windows, they're uh, decorated.
Hello, whoever are joining. Hello, Virginia.
Hello, Virginia.
Hello,
Tieni,
Michael.
tieni qua. I will try to zoom also inside. So you see here all the weapons. One second, because I'm trying to. So of course there is a window, and I'm trying just to, sneak with the camera in to see what they hold inside. Hello, Ken.
I will read the
Aziz,
chat. Give me a
KM.
second. I will read the chat. Give me a second. Hello, who is asking, is it live? Today we are live,
Yes, we are live.
live.
It's here. Okay, 1 second. Here, we are live. Evia, where are you?
I don't know. I have three things and two hands.
We are live. So
And it's
some
actually also raining.
it's sorry. So sometimes we do from home because also the different time zone
Signal
problem.
gone. Anyone else has the problems with the signal?
Can you please because from our side it seems perfect the signal. Okay, because also from here it seems perfect. The signal is 5 out of 5. Thank you for confirming. So these are just some works of the stained glasses here. And then a bit of the glimpse of what you can see in the museum. If you of course, to go to the museum, you need to pay the ticket. There are different ones, otherwise 6 7 museums.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Plus, they do time to time also temporary exhibitions. So when you come here, there might be special ones. You know.
And for answering the question, I usually try to answer all of your questions and all the comments. Today, I find it a bit hard to follow the chat because I have the phone, an umbrella in
And
my hands.
yes, we are.
So usually I don't have umbrella, so I feel easier to follow the chat. Today it's a bit hard, but I try. So that's why we always say our streams are actually interactive. So it's not only us, but also you who are making them different. So if you ask the questions, of course, we are happy to answer.
So here is a bit too dark, and we will try to move again towards the main courtyard and then walk towards the Duomo. We just wanted to show you also this courtyard with a bit of the rain and the reflections.
Meanwhile, hello who are joining. Hello, Elle, and nice to see you, Philippa, back. I hope now you don't have any problems with the signal.
Okay, let's go. Or maybe we can try also the other courtyard. Let's give a try.
So again, the castle itself, it's pretty big, and if we are talking about the 15th, 16th century, it actually was the biggest castle in the Europe. Then later on, some of the English ones and maybe French ones, they made it bigger. But in the 16th century, it was really the biggest castle in the Europe, and was of course used for the military purposes. And the Sforza family, they also was living here. In fact, the let's say the women and the children rooms was exactly here in the middle part because it was the safest one.
Oh, here is the too dark. Let's go to the other courtyard.
Welcome and hello to all who are joining. I hope you will enjoy our stroll in Milan. This castle, actually, the courtyard, as Andreas said, it's visitable for free up to 7 o'clock. Then they are closing. So they are closing the museums and also they are closing the courtyards. Pizza.
There was a pizza. Where?
I don't know, somewhere.
Somewhere there was a pizza.
So there are various, actually three big courtyards that you can come here for the nice photos. Of course, if you come during this time, there are less people, and if you are interested in Instagram photos or social media photos with other people, that's the perfect time.
I will try to zoom also, and please confirm if there is internet, because here sometimes it goes down and sometimes it's up to 5. It keeps going up and down.
Extremely peaceful place today, Ursula. There is a reason. It's raining, so and all the normal people, not our case, are at home or in the restaurants, and that's why actually we like to come also during this time because perfect pictures comes out, and the snakes. Yes, the snakes there are everywhere because it's the symbol of the Visconti, actually, the Visconti family, and they later become the symbol of Milan. And Shoshana, I saw your question. Somehow the biggest shopping mall, it's right next to the Bergamo airport. So it's 40 minutes from Milan. Otherwise, all around Milan, there are pretty big ones. There is the fashion outlet with, I can't say that there is super big brands, so medium brands there, which is called La Scala, no, La Scala? Scalo is, it's 15 minutes from Milan. Otherwise, there is probably biggest nearby Milan is the Arese shopping center. So these three, I would say. I think the signal here.
It's a bit. I mean, it's 2 out of 5, so it should be.
I mean,
still.
we came here to get some beautiful postcards. Ci sono molti serpenti a Milano.
No,
Is there a lot of snakes?
hello, Mike.
Mike, only snake in Milan probably is me.
No,
The
not
snakes
at all.
the snakes in general, I don't think it's very typical thing for Italy in general. If I mean, you know, there's very dangerous snakes. Of course, there are vipers in the forests and then the water
But not in
snakes.
Milan.
But in Milan, no,
No.
probably I'm the only one nowadays.
You need to go to the mountains. You know, when you go to the mountains next to the water, the streams, they could be there, but I would say also it's pretty rare to encounter one, but that could be, because on the mountains it's part of the nature there,
And
the vipers.
by the way, we are saying the snake, although what we are seeing is actually not a snake, it's a dragon
Mix,
snake,
yeah, a bit of a mix of a huge snake like a dragon, yes.
Because there is the story that in the past, so it's a legend, in the past, next to Milan, there was actually let's say, the area with a lot of lakes and the muds and so on. And there was living the dragon, the monster, and he was eating the kids. So in fact, if you see in this symbol, there is actually the snake that is eating the kid. So was terrible times. And then there was the knight from the Visconti family, actually, that he went there and he killed this dragon, this snake, and saved the city of Milan. And from that time, actually, the symbol of Milan is this snake eating the kid.
What was the name of the restaurant area next to the station? Can you write it in the chat, please?
The
For
Mercato.
those, yes, Mercato Centrale that actually is inside the station premises. So it's not, I would say, outside from there. It's really inside the building, the structure of the station, and looking at the station on the left corner, the front side of the station. You will find it there very easy from the road. You don't need even to enter inside the station. It's called Mercato Centrale.
Sharon, I think you are soon coming to Milan out of
Yes.
your questions.
Yeah, many questions about.
Very direct questions for someone who is really,
Very
really
good.
soon visiting Milan.
So it means that we inspired a bit to visit our city.
2 weeks in May. Oh.
Wow, that's good. Yes, so it's very easy. When you get to the station, you look from the main square, the front square, front side of the station. You look at the station, it's on the left, very easy, on the left corner.
And because I saw that some of you are actually really visiting Milan soon, there is also a lot of events that will happen also here in this castle, because from the springtime, this castle is also part of the events. During the April, so some of you is coming in the April to Milan. During the April, there will be 10 days of the design week. So check it. And in the May, I think it's the piano city, Shazan, check.
Yeah, check every time, these weeks and follow us, of course. And then do you meet up with people who follow you? Okay.
We have Elizabeth.
So we have also an Airbnb profile that you will find it also in the profile of the Heygo. You will see our Airbnb because we do walks for photos, or we do also shopping walks here in Milan. Then, out of the drinking a coffee together or an aperitivo together, I would say that, of course, if we are that day in the city center at that time, and like this, yes. Otherwise, usually we are streaming, and it could be also that we are not even in Milan. Like yesterday, for instance, we were in Bergamo. A few days ago, we were in Venice, Verona, Brescia, always streaming for a Hey Go. So it might be that we are not even in the city. But if we are here, city center, and not streaming, I mean, yes, of course, we can meet up. And actually, if you see us streaming and you are in Milan and you are one of our voyagers, we will be so happy that you reach us and you are, walking with us around Milan. So you can be next to us,
And it happened already
yeah,
in the past.
in Bologna.
In Bologna,
Yes,
in the 1st of January. Hello, Elizabeth. Ciao, Elizabeth.
exactly. C'è
So
Elisabetta here?
I think I saw Elizabeth.
Okay.
So if you see that we are live and you are around, jump in into our stream, no problem. And hello, Jose.
Sorry, you don't follow the social media. We are mainly here in Hago, and then we have our profile in Facebook, and then Instagram. But again, we are here and there because majority are following the socials, and they actually ask, you know, to be somewhere in order to find us.
See, Ronnie. Anyway, Ronnie shared our links where you can find us. I can't say that me and Andrea we are party and social animals. I mean, we are kind of me and Andrea, but of course. During this year of the Hego experience, we feel that all of you that are following us, we feel like almost like extended family, or the friends that we never met but we know. So of course, if you happen to be around us and you feel that we are streaming or we are around, just jump in, say hi.
Yes, yes, you're very welcome to. So that's the name of the main tower. So try to give you some names, okay? So that's the name of the main tower, Tower of Filarete.
Meanwhile,
And then this is the name of the castle, Castello Sforzesco. Opera Scala. Okay, the Opera Scala we are showing usually, and also today we are showing the square where the La Scala is. Inside you need to pay the ticket, and honestly, I don't know even if it's possible to enter with the camera and and film inside.
somehow
I don't know honestly.
somehow when you buy the ticket to the museum, there is a request not to
To
take a
film,
photos.
yes,
So even if you buy the
video
ticket,
record and so
so
on.
thank you so much, Jane, for the tip. Meanwhile, hello, Ginny. I didn't notice that you joined. And yes, we are now going out of the city castle. Talking about La Scala. La Scala,
Last photos, yeah.
pretty often we are catching the events from the La Scala artists that are for free for the people of Milan, and we already streamed, I don't know, several concerts last year, and we will try to also catch, of course, this year.
Yes,
So follow us.
yes, because last year La Scala played in the Duomo Square, and we live streamed on the Hego that day, and we were so lucky. There was perfect internet.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much. There was good internet and good sound, also considering that we are streaming from a smartphone, but still was good, acceptable. And then there were events, diffused events around the city later on in October, November.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, and we did at least three of them.
The ones we managed to
To
reserve, because it was for free, but you still needed to
to
reserve
reserve,
the
yes.
places, and of course there was so many people that wanted. So yes, as soon there is La Scala performing for free somewhere in the city, we are the first ones that want to show you. So anyway, welcome whoever are joining. So we are now leaving the Sforza Castle, but we will not the Sforza Castle, but the city center of Milan. We will show next week even later. There will be even less people.
The square is still under refurbishment here. Many of you started following us 1 year ago. Something changed, something is still there. They're still working, and here in Italy, as you know, sometimes it takes ages, to finish the roadworks. Anyway, Milan somehow is getting ready for the Winter Olympics in 2026, and the city should be polished by that year. So we still have 3 years in front, 2.5. So
It's still for Italians, it's still a lot of the time. So now we see the castle from the front side, and in front there is also the one of the fountains. I need to say that in Milan we don't have so many fountains, and majority of them I can't say that they are like wow. This one usually is pretty nice when they leave all the water running. Not the case of today, but there is still this bit romantic view. Also, this fountain has an interesting story. First, it's called the nickname of this fountain is a birthday cake. Today, it looks like a bit the leftover of the birthday cake, but that's okay. Meanwhile, Ginny is commenting. Ginny, maybe.
Genie has been cloned. Did you read it? Are you
Yes,
reading it?
yes, 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 yes.
Genie has been cloned,
I
so
don't
it's
know,
not
Ginny.
always
Maybe
commenting.
change your name and the picture. Then we know that that's real you, and the old one is the clone.
Sure, she's speaking in Italian, but how do we know that you are not the Italian who cloned the genie? So, non posso. I don't know. I'm scared. So, genie, I don't know. Bella ciao.
So this probably wasn't Ginny.
No, this is not genie. So,
I don't know, Ginny. Maybe contact the Hego.
contact, there you go. Okay. So, someone cloned the account of Genie. Contact immediately the Hego assistants.
No, I know that there is the real Ginny also, but somehow Ginny, we feel when it's you and when it's not you. So no worries.
I am Genie. How do we know? Ah, they closed here now. The other day was open. Today they closed. So all the works here, they are a bit of the mess. In the meanwhile, sorry, I can't. Avia, you need to read because me,
No,
I'm
I know there
holding.
is a bit of the mess now with the clone. I think let's do like this. So because for now we don't understand what is going on, so it's better that we are not replying. Ginny, it's not nothing to do against you. It's just let's kind of ignore this part. So whoever is doing this, so he doesn't get extra attention.
Yes. So for now, Ginny, we don't talk to you.
But it's
Although,
not because we don't want
no,
to
but
talk. It's not to give the attention to whoever is doing it.
yes, I hope you understand. So now, in the meanwhile, hello to Lynn, Beverly.
Exactly, that's what I say. So
Yes,
it's not
exactly.
about the Ginny. So Ginny will contact the assistants and we'll sort it out. So for now, sorry, we are not. See, okay, Ginny, I totally understand. So today we are not paying attention to Ginny because somebody is doing this thing. So that's it. Ginny's subject is closed for today. And we are walking now towards the Duomo Cathedral. And finally, we can see this statue that for several weeks, no, actually months,
Months.
was covered. And who it is, Andrea?
Garibaldi. Garibaldi, that is considered by the majority, I would say, one of the patriot of Italy, or anyway, more than patriot, the guy that helped the formation of our country and unification of our country because before Garibaldi, Italy was divided in different mini republics and mini kingdoms. They were not so small, but still, like regions, maybe two, three, four regions together. They were forming different kingdoms.
Yes, and talking about the cloning, the things, the main thing what they want to get is the attention. So, and that's what we are not giving to them. So, Garibaldi. And again, during this very rainy period, it's beautiful in the picture. Yes, it is beautiful. It's actually right now looks even better than during the daytime because of the illumination. And talking about the bushes, actually here during the springtime will be full of roses. Maybe April, something like this. April towards the May, all these green bushes actually will be roses.
Tram is coming, although this tram is kind of more recent. They are still around the old trams. And of course, they've been integrated with a newer one, bigger, more comfortable. Although we still love to go around with the old trams, and Milanese love to catch them
Va bene,
because
Ginny, vediamo se questo aiuta. So I said just to Ginny in Italian, hopefully that only she understood.
so now this is the road leading to Piazza Duomo. Many of you they keep following us, and then of course we do time to time this tour also for all the new voyagers that they keep joining us. And since we live here in Milan, time to time we do it. And as you can see, still refurbishments here and there on the left, on the right, scaffoldings and so on. Because once more, especially after COVID time, here this road has been gone through, a lot of the closing of the shops because the COVID, didn't help at all towards the commerce, and many shops they closed, especially the family business companies they closed down. And here now, all of a sudden, they started appearing like mushrooms. All these big corporations, big companies, and big chains, and they open, and then also they are refurbishing here and there the road. I mean, the building where the shop is. And so they are doing a lot of works. As you can see here, for instance, there is a building with all the scaffoldings. And
And I saw questions.
yes,
Thank you,
yes, yeah,
Ronnie.
reply,
Thank
reply.
you, Ronnie, for helping out for being faster. Yes,
Yes.
that's the time. And the internet, yes, that's our decision, and we are doing it already for several months. And as soon as the maps started, actually. Sometimes it's not helping because I mean in general there are lots of problems, but yes, so no maps. We are always telling and showing where we are. You can ask it. And the McDonald, this road actually in the past, I'm talking about 20, 30 years, was full of Italian places and Italian shops. Unfortunately, things are changing, and especially COVID changed a lot. So more and more multinational companies are coming into the Milan, coming into Italy, and coming also to this road. There are pluses and minuses about this because before, let's say, this road wasn't so lively, but because now there are all these multinationals and the big multinationals, this road is becoming more lively and also during the evening
Good.
time. So that's
Okay.
somehow it's a good thing.
Sorry.
Coffee.
Coffee. No, okay. I'm from Milan. I'm streaming and showing your beautiful restaurant. Okay. Ciao. Ciao. Okay.
Waiting to see the some food, chocolate pastry
Sorry
shops.
if I interrupt. So you see, guys, what is going on here. Now Calvin Klein is taking over, and many they did already. Big companies American, French, especially foreign companies, they took the occasion. The Italian small business, family-run business, closed down. Also, there are Italian, like for instance, this one here is OVS. OVS is kind of the, I don't know, maybe known abroad brands similar, could be Primark or Primark, or this kind of brands that they sell all the clothing and so on. That's Italian OVS.
And then about the McDonald's, guys. The
Yes.
thing is that you can always choose to go inside or not to go inside. Somehow, I'm not a fan of the McDonald's neither. And in fact, I'm 13 years in Milan. I have never been in any of the McDonald's, although you can find them almost any district, any area now. There are so many Italian things, so you just pass by the McDonald's and that's it. So there is one good thing. The McDonald's usually have the toilets. So
Yes. If we go to McDonald's, is to use the toilets, honestly. Like,
So meanwhile, this road is the connecting road from the Duomo Cathedral to the Sforza Castle. And in fact, all the views that you are seeing right now, so the architecture is again pretty new if we are talking about the age of Milan. So all of these buildings, they are actually built in the very, very end of the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century. So the time when the Sforza Castle stopped to be used as the military object. So we are not paying attention to whatever is related to the clone accounts. And it is beautiful, yes. And upper floors, yes, they are really beautiful, and they're actually now illuminated. They are starting to put the illuminations the last few years. Before, so if we are talking 5-10 years, this area during the evening time was pretty dark. And now they are refurbishing all of these buildings and adding also the lights, and that's why it's one of our favorite evening strolls if we are talking about the central part of Milan.
so maybe hold 1 second on the umbrella that I try to zoom 1 minute, only a few minutes.
Are the upper floors apartments? Yes. Already in the past, so when all these buildings were built, they were built as also for the rent purposes. So also nowadays there are apartments. There could be small studios, the advocates, the maybe the bookkeepers. So mix apartments and small studios. Is the rent high? Oh yes. So in general, the rental prices in Milan is a disaster because it's high in general wherever you go. And if we are talking of the central area, it's high and it's very high.
Plus, here they might not even rent one apartment; they might rent the whole building to big companies, or let's say hotels or offices, and to these big companies that they need maybe, I don't know, 40, 50 offices, or maybe there is a fashion company that needs a showroom. So it's not really that they rent the single apartment, although might be still. But majority, or anyway, the future is more towards the commerce or services here for this area. So like for instance here, now they just open the shop of Massimo Dutti, that is actually with an Italian name, but it's a French company. They do, garments, and so these big names they're opening here and there. let's give a try.
And
Yes.
Elze is saying, I feel sad the little shops are gone. Unfortunately, I need to say me too. And it's very visible in Milan, this thing of the changing, that the small family run businesses, unfortunately, they can't afford anymore the costs and the maintenance, and they are pushed out of the big ones or the chain ones. Still, if you go to the smaller towns or other towns in Italy, it's let's say there are still a lot of this Italian vibe of the small family businesses, and there are areas in Milan that there is still you can find still the little Italian shops.
So that's fully functioning. Is the Piccolo Teatro di Milano, and is the name Piccolo means small, because of course it's smaller than La Scala, and but still very well functioning. And people they love to come here also because here there is inside a bar, cafeteria, and restaurant, and it's very nice also to come inside these courtyards here in Milan, especially during the summertime.
Although in Milan, somehow the season of eating out never stops or never finishes. Majority of the bars they have the heaters, so even during December or January, you can still enjoy your aperitif outside. We love to come inside this courtyard because majority of courtyards, that is the beauty of Milan, they're actually private and you can't enter here because it's the courtyard of the theater. Nowadays theater, you can see how the majority of the buildings are structured actually in Milan. So when you walk, you see just the walls, but a lot of them they have actually inner courtyards that in the past was also used as the gardens. Of course, nowadays they are either the cafes or parkings, unfortunately.
So, guys, in the meantime, we hope that you are enjoying our tour and you like what we are showing. For many, probably you have seen already many of these parts that we are showing, but we like time to time, at least once a week, or in this case, it's almost maybe 20 days or longer that we didn't do this castle and the Duomo tour. It's one of our classic tours that we do here in Milan time to time.
Yes, Beverly, I need to say that here in Europe, we try not to let the cold, let's say, hibernate us. So, of course, there are areas that are much more colder and snow, and you won't be eating outside. But here in Milan, yes, there are heaters usually, and then you can enjoy. Thank you so much, Janine.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you so much. And then about the YouTube channel, we kind of haven't started yet. I mean, we uploaded one video or two, and actually, in the future, we will also change the address of that YouTube channel because we just started and we want to start it properly. And we will let you know in the future because actually, the month of March will be honestly dedicated to starting this YouTube channel, and will be maybe a bit ready with some videos around the end of March. So it's not ready yet.
So, but before we have our YouTube, we have our very established Instagram. So that's where you can find our photos and pictures and stories about Italy. So that's our Instagram and Airbnb. Yes, we have the Airbnb experiences. Actually, we are doing Airbnb experiences. I think more than 5 years already, as soon as they started. So not renting, but the experiences. We have some shopping related that we are doing the bargain hunting, and then we have some related to the photo walks that we show where we take the beautiful Instagram pictures. And you can find. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for the YouTube channel. But I think we will change that YouTube channel.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
it
yes.
was just experiment that probably we will change it.
Yes, because we have the intention to create a new YouTube, brand new, fresh new, and not use that account. So we will start now, I mean, in March, and then there will be things uploaded majority will be by the end of March. So we haven't started yet.
And the
Yeah.
Airbnb, you can find us if you put the Milan, Andrea, and Evia in the Airbnb search, will come out. So Andrea and Evia, Milan, in the Airbnb experiences will come out.
Yes, and also we posted the Airbnb in our profile here in Hago. You will see that we posted also our Airbnb profile. So check out please because now we can't write. We have umbrellas. We
And
have
the Airbnb link is a bit hard also
okay.
to give us. So.
Now I will put vertically the phone. So get ready because for the dizzy shot, so we can take in full the
One of the buildings we like it to picture because of the illumination and the colors. So it looks a bit like a cake. Meanwhile, hello Leslie and hello Donny and Hans. Welcome to Milan.
So I hope you managed to take the photo. I go back to the horizontal mode.
Oh, Ronnie, you are a genius. Ronnie found also
Ronnie
the
found, Ronnie,
Airbnb.
it's amazing. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for all your help.
Ronnie is our personal remote assistant. We need to have the badges here.
Yes, we should start creating the badges, you know. So Ronnie is the beautiful assistant. Then we have the beautiful photographer.
We
And
have our
then
remote team here.
yes, and although we have many of you that
The
sometimes help,
reviews, all your
plus
awesome
there is
reviews. Thank you.
Catherine and others that they make amazing
Paintings.
paintings of us, and I mean, it's amazing team.
All the reviews that all of you are writing. Thank you.
And then to all of you, support also these artists because if you go to the if you can, of course. The Facebook Ego Voyagers group, you will find also the paintings
Catherine.
of Catherine and other
Diana.
Diana, yes, Diana.
And whoever is following us, thank you so much. We are actually approaching our big number this year, the 2000. So we are not missing so much for our 2000.
So good reflection here, guys. Good reflection. Take
Umbrella
photos.
gets okay. I will take umbrella from Andrea. Sorry, because it's
Sorry,
raining.
sorry, it's raining, guys. But anyway, profit of the rainy weather because usually we don't do today because you know it was slightly drizzling and sometimes it switches off, sometimes it comes back the rain. So we managed to come here, but we don't do often the rainy tours. We actually try to cancel because, of course, we don't want to get damaged the phone and the gimbal. Too precious for us.
Yes, but as some of you are already noticing, because of rain, we have these marvelous reflections. So meanwhile, hello Ronnie Lynn, and now we are in one of the squares, Piazza
Cordusio.
Piazza Cordusio. So Piazza means square, and here is this beautiful former post office building that nowadays is taken over by the Starbucks. Again, you might not like the McDonald's, you might not like the Starbucks. Thank you so much, Belinda.
Thank you, Belinda. Thank you so much. All your support is really appreciated because, as you know, we are going on here on the Hago tip based. So, thank you so much for all your contribution and tips, and of course, also your amazing reviews that sometimes we read, you know, beautiful reviews. Sometimes we also read it happened, luckily, very rarely, but sometimes it happens. And trust us, we try every time our best, our best.
Yeah, sometimes we get upset, but that's okay. Okay, so this is the Starbucks that took over the former post office building, and I need to say that personally not a Starbucks fan, but they do the really awesome job in order to preserve this building. Actually, that was the condition. They could enter here if they preserve the building and the architecture. They spent actually pretty a lot of money, and they did it in order to enter the Italian market. So
Sorry, 1 second, because there is the tram coming. And is the restaurant tram?
yes,
Okay, so 1 second, because this is an occasion to take a postcard. So, guys, take this postcard because this is the restaurant tram, and with the rain. So you don't have this postcard yet, and here it is, perfect. It stopped for us, very easy, very easy, very easy.
jump on the board. Have a dinner. Look how many empty places, guys. It's all for you.
So that's
Served, served.
so with the Starbucks, yeah, and the tram.
So, by the way, who is coming to Milan? That's one of the experiences, pretty unusual experiences that you can do. You go to the website of the ATM.
Yes, called ATM, like the ATM machine, okay? Nothing to do with the ATM for money. The Milanese transport company is called ATM. It's abbreviation for Transport Municipality Milano. So, and ATM, that's how we call it, is the company that runs all the trams here in Milan, and there is also the restaurant one and the party one.
Yes, so if you go to their website, you can actually book the dinner. The last time I checked, and I need to say it was a few months ago, it was around 80 euros. So the dinner, 80 euros, and it's around 1.5 hours. So this tram is going around, and you can have a dinner inside this historical tram. And meanwhile, Irene was yesterday and she didn't know about this tram and now she feel a pity. So Irene, you need to follow us more often to get all the hints for Milan and not only Milan.
Irene, Switzerland. So we are neighbors. You come more often to Milan, and then don't miss this
And
dinner.
guys, I love you. I love the teamwork here. Bea find already the link. So
Wow,
that's the
Bea,
link,
thank you so
guys.
much.
Save. So that's the link. I don't know honestly. I didn't check the prices. I was there last time few months ago. How much it costs now? I hope it's still 80 euros.
Yes, will be anyway around that price. And consider that, of course, if you work for some company, they can rent out the old tram, and they do also. I mean, they were doing in the past, recent past, because with the COVID time, many things also changed. But there was also the disco tram. That's how it was called. So, and then I don't know if you see at the very, very bottom, there is still the castle that we were there before. Now we'll try to zoom. I don't know if you can see in the middle, that's the city castle. We were there before. Okay, so now we are walking towards the Duomo. And with the rain, I really like the postcards that they
The
might come
colors.
out today. So
Meanwhile, we have now the updated information of the prices. So it's still the same, like I saw, 80 euros. And the lunchtime is cheaper, 65 euros. So that's interesting experience, though. And meanwhile, whoever is joining right now, we are in Italy, in Milan. We are in the Piazza Cordusio. We are almost approaching the Duomo Cathedral, but still, here is the former post office building. So it was built in the really, really beginning of the 20th century, so 901. And it was really the post office in the past. Thank you so much, Lynn.
thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much.
And in 2018, the Starbucks enter inside. The Starbucks are just renters, so they are renting. But in order for the Starbucks company to break in into the Italian market, they needed to do something wow, something to convince Italians because Italians has a lot of good coffee, and for Starbucks it was hard. So what they did, they refurbished this building and they did a very interesting roastery inside. It's actually considered one of the most interesting and beautiful Starbucks places in the whole world. And again, we all have opinion about the McDonald's, about the Starbucks. Here, why we like to suggest the Starbucks is not because of the coffee, but because of the building itself. and the interiors that they did. Actually, I haven't tried. I also noticed that sign. I think it's something new. Honestly, I haven't
Which
tried
one?
the oleato coffee with olive oil.
Oh yes, it could be some advertising.
Yes, no, I haven't tried.
So you see that it's still written Poste because formerly it was the post office, central post office of Milan.
Italians know how to make in the past the post buildings.
Yeah. There is some more comments that I can't honestly
No,
read.
it's about this new coffee, the olive
Okay.
coffee. That have we tried? Have we not tried? No, we haven't.
No, we honestly here in Milan, trust me, me as Milanese, I don't go to McDonald's, I don't go to Starbucks, I don't go to these places.
But not
And
even about Milan, in Italy in
in
general. I
Italy, in
mean, there are
Italy,
such a choice of the things.
never enter, in these places, Kentucky Fried Chicken, all these places. Here in Italy, we are accustomed, me personally, I'm accustomed to the Italian snacks, the Italian food. It's not that I don't like, foreign food because time to time we also go and we like, Indian, Chinese, Vietnamese, and we try a bit of any Thai food, Mexican. But Ecuador. Recently, we tried Ecuador food. So, but this is kind of for me and the Italians is really considered junk food. It's not considered good quality, healthy food, and we try to skip it. Since we have so much offer, better with fresher food. This is anyway the opinion of the majority of the Italians. Then,
And then I saw your questions, guys.
yes, okay.
So about the Zoom. So usually we do more Zoom options, but today it's raining and we have the umbrella with us, so it's hard to Zoom and hold also the umbrella because it's raining. And the second thing, yes, the Hey Go app doesn't have the zoom out; it's just we can zoom in.
Ah, yes. And actually, we noticed that the Ego app has, how do you say, a narrower angle.
Than
So
our phone in general.
than the phone. If you leave the phone by itself, working with the camera, there is wider angle. When you start using the app, it shrinks the view so much. Nothing we can do about it.
And what was about the Starbucks? There is the offices and the banks. So all those buildings are the offices and also the part of the banks.
Yeah,
You're
then
welcome.
for a while during Design Week, Audi took over one building for a pretty long time, and now I think they left. They were there for a few months.
Meanwhile, now we are on the very last part that is going towards the gem and the heart of Milan, the magnificent Duomo Cathedral. But before, there is another building.
Okay, sorry. No, I
Okay,
wanted
okay,
to
okay.
say for whoever keep following us that this just opened a few days ago. Like it or don't like it, but until a few days ago there were scaffoldings here, and last time we walked here was still closed. And in few weeks they managed to reveal and open, this new shop that is called End. Looks very modern. I mean, I'm not interested somehow. I mean, to show these big companies. But anyway, just to say that this just opened, very fresh, very new. So now, yes, on the left,
Probably slightly more interesting.
yes.
So it's the 15th century building that actually has been transformed and changed during the centuries pretty a lot. So now it's called the Palazzo Giurisconsulti,
Very
and
hard. I will show later the name.
and
Yes.
from the very beginning of the 20th century is the property somehow of the city council. It's the commerce of Milan inside, and this building is used actually for the events. So it's rented out for various events. Right now, because it's the fashion week in Milan, there is some photo exhibition related to the Milan Fashion Week.
And you know, and for these days, it's all illuminated in pink because, of course, is the week dedicated to the woman collection, and uh, you know, a few weeks ago there was the men collection presented. Here they cover with ivy, and they also put the the pink
So
illumination.
whoever is taking the postcard, it will be pretty unique because first of the illumination, this
Bit dark.
it's never pink, and the ivy is also it's just added for these few days because of the Milan Fashion Week. So it looks totally different during the week, during other let's say days.
So they created for these days a hub here,
This new word,
new
hub,
hub,
business hub, fashion
business.
hub, jewelry hub. It is beautiful, yes. Milan in general, the part that I really like about Milan that it's keep changing. We have so many different events, and each of these events adds every time something different to Milan. So whoever is with us a longer time knows that we do pretty often this area walking, and there is something, always something new or different.
Yeah, the city is moving. That's why I wanted to show also that shop because until a few weeks ago, for I don't know years, there were just scaffoldings. So for us, when we don't see the scaffoldings, you know, we are happy because it means the city is moving and something is going on and changing.
So, and there is the famous hashtag every fashionista or the blogger likes, MFV, Milan Fashion Week. Milan Fashion Week. The only thing I need to say about the Fashion Weeks, we managed to film one of the shows last year because we sneaked in because it was outside. Otherwise, to enter the catwalks, so these famous catwalks, fashion shows, is very hard. They are really reserved to the ones who are in the field. So either because you are the celebrity, or you are the designer, or you are the fashion journalist. So you need to have the invitations, and unfortunately, we are not from that field. So fashion weeks with us, not yet. But we are showing lots of other events. Also the design week that will be in the April. And now we are approaching the pulsing heart, the most beautiful place in Milan, the magnificent Duomo Cathedral. And today, again, the beautiful postcards with the reflections.
So this one I think no one has before from us because we try to avoid the rainy days because it's too hard to walk with the umbrella, the gimbal, and so on. But we are here and take the photo because it would be pretty rare from our side, but also because you know we are afraid of damaging the gear with the rain. So take this photo because there is the reflection.
And thank you so much, guys, for your nice comments and words. It really it means a lot to us because pretty often you are asking, but where do you are getting the energy for these streams? Because we are streaming pretty a lot. It's you. Every your nice word, it's an energy, and it helps us to move on. So thank you so much. And just in case, if you are very first time with us, so what you are seeing right now is the Duomo Cathedral of Milan, and it took almost 600 years to make it. So they started to build it in the 14th century, and officially it's finished only in 960s. And surprise, surprise, it's the only cathedral in the world that actually you can fully walk the rooftop. And also that we did on the Hego. Last November, I think. Otherwise, if you visit Milan, of course, one of the definitely things that I suggest to do is to visit the rooftop. Beautiful views, you can see all these statues, unforgettable experience.
Okay, I will try, guys, to take a vertical shot because I want to catch in full the mirror effect, so the reflection. So get ready. I will put it
Thank you so much,
vertically.
Laura.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much. So I will put it vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up.
And while we are taking these postcards, I will try to reply to the question: is it very expensive during the design week? Yes and no. Yes, if you need to stay in Milan and to find where to stay because it's one of the busiest weeks. So to find an apartment, Airbnb, or the hotel might be pretty. Hard job, and also usually it's more expensive during this time. Talking about events, majority of the design week events, they are totally for free, and that's why we love them. So all the city of Milan becomes like the huge exhibition. So the interior designers, furniture designers from all over the world, they come to Milan, and a lot of them, they are actually renting out also the historical palaces that usually during the year you can't enter because they are private, and during the design week actually you can visit so many things, so you can see the newest collections of the designs and also enter the places that usually you can't enter. We did last year the design week. Last year it was in June. This year it will be back again in the April. Surely we will do also this year. Thank you so much who is leaving us the tips. Thank you, Elsie, and thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Elsie.
And who is coming during the design week? Enjoy Milan in full. It's amazing. And this is the Duomo Cathedral. It's also considered one of the most beautiful Gothic cathedrals in the world. Accordingly to the Google, actually the fifth most beautiful. But
Come on, this is the first.
me and Andrea, of course, we say it's first. You know what fifth? It's first.
I've seen the one in Cologne, and it's beautiful. I mean, all these cathedrals, come on, they are all beautiful. But this one here, I don't know.
I don't know if you can put the gimbal now down because there is kind of reflection.
Yes,
I don't know
here.
if we can do a
Okay,
bit of
we try. Okay, to catch the reflection from the water.
Let's do a bit of the photography.
I will put it vertical.
Let's see, is it
One
works?
second.
So reflection on the ground.
Can you see the reflection, guys?
Let's do a bit of the crazy photographers here.
I will leave it for a while vertical so you can catch even
Maybe without
in
so many people.
Yeah, in the ground you see two Duomos today. double.
Actually, I think these people with the umbrellas also are kind of fun.
They're nice. Yes. So a bit of the photography.
Can you back up a bit? We try, okay, because here is the puddle. Okay, we try.
Okay, I will go back. Okay, 1 second. I will go back. And the other day, guys, I don't know. I was thinking, it was just an idea, no? Because since many of you are taking a lot of postcards, from our side, if you want to start your own website or blog or whatever, I don't know. It's just an idea. I'm not saying that you must do it. It's just an idea. You might do, a blog with all these photos that you are taking from the Hey Go, so not just us, and make a beautiful blog. I mean, this virtual traveling, the world. I don't know. That was an idea that maybe could be useful
If
for
you don't
all
know
your
what to do with all
photography.
your postcards. That's far enough. Okay, let's
Okay,
see.
I will try. Okay, first one in full like this again. And now I will try the vertical one, okay? So get ready. So horizontal, also with a bit of the arcade. 1 second, a bit of the arcade. And now I will try to get the vertical one. So get ready, because soon I will switch it to vertical mode. So 2 Duomos in one photo.
Ula, even something different for you when you have seen million of times.
Although we are trying to give good photos for Ola, and of course to all of you there, but every time, so it might be always something fresh and different, even if we see the same places. Okay, so I put it back horizontally.
Price.
Price of the Duomo.
I don't know.